I am slowly running out of patience with him. Bloody taking his time. Keeping me waiting. We should have been started half an hour ago. Maybe more. 5 more minutes, pal. He's been 5 minutes for the last half an hour. I can't afford to wait. We're starting without him, I reckon.
I'm not apologising to you.
You are. Are you ready yet? Don't just put your finger up. Are you ready yet? I want to know what an ETA is.
Like 30 seconds. I'm going to get a glass of water. Can the contrition start a bit later, please?
Contrition starts now. See what I mean? The things you and I could be doing right now. But no, we're waiting for His Majesty, aren't we? Now, I'm going to be cutting this down, obviously, in the edit. But just so you know, I've been recording for 45 minutes now.
Lies.
Oh, are you ready, darling?
Don't lie. 45 minutes.
It's been 45 minutes.
Can we start now, please?
We have started.
How's this for a level for you?
No, it's not good enough. Come closer.
How's this?
Hey?
I'm right up.
Yeah?
My whiskers are brushing the muff.
All right. Try
Is
again.
that okay?
Yeah.
How's this? Ah!
Yeah.
I'm shouting now! Ooh!
Right.
Don't talk to me, I'm John Nomi!
Now that you're sat down and you're ready to go, and we are recording, this is now happening, it's now time for you to issue me, your boss, a formal apology for
Paul.
a comment you made a few weeks ago.
Paul?
Calling me a liar. I believe other words were said as well, but the lying thing is the thing I remember most that cut the deepest. And I would like you to use this platform and this moment as an opportunity to apologise.
I was wrong about you lying about Cheetos being available in Tesco's.
Thank you very much. Now we can all move on from this very sticky, awkward moment.
Thank you. I also have one other thing to say on a serious note, Paul.
I had to take a picture of them on the shelf to bring it to his attention.
I saw the picture, everybody.
Never doubt me.
Paul, one other thing. Okay?
Yes.
Leading on from last week's episode, yeah?
Yeah.
I just need to take this opportunity to give everyone an infrequent reminder that the people we portray on this podcast of ours, Paul,
this cheap
they
show
are
podcast.
versions, they are performances, so to speak. They are not the real person. And so my story about having thrush and how disgusting it was
is only slightly based
is
on fact.
not based on Eli Silverman, the real me.
It is based
just to remind
on a
everyone.
caricature of the main. I mean, Eli...
I had never had a crispy nutsack. I've never grated my nutsack and used the crispy bits as parmesan in some kind of weird prank. And
Eli has got grutty nuts.
I have not got grutty nuts.
You've got the gruttiest nuts.
I haven't got that. That was years ago.
You had grutty nuts.
I was talking about an incident. It wasn't really me, but I was talking about an incident from several years ago. Thrush doesn't Grut nut doesn't last like that. Okay, grut nut comes and it goes. The crispiness recedes.
I think you're digging your own grave, frankly, at this point.
I could use my nuts.
You couldn't, you can't, and you don't.
They're
use
very
your
elastic,
nuts. No,
in
they're
fact.
not. Right,
they're
listen.
supple. They're like nice meat pillows for a little mouse. A little mouse could nestle. You know what I had a dream about last night?
Oh, fuck off.
About my cat dying. How sad is that? My cat was with me. I was like in America or something.
What do you want from me now? Do you want me to be sad over your non-existent dream cat's death?
Basically, yeah.
Well,
I want some empathy.
I can't drum that up. I have no drum to beat that out of me. I want to go to the credits now. Just get
you're
this
tired.
started.
Are you tired, Paul?
Well, maybe, because maybe I've only had 4 hours sleep.
Well, can we just... Let's bring that out.
I'm half wondering if this is like hallucination that I'm having. I'm really fast asleep right now, and this isn't the episode.
Could be.
Are you real? Is this a dream?
This is solipsism. Do you want to talk philosophy? This is solipsism.
I would like to talk philosophy.
It's very much a discredited and sort of first level basic thing.
I don't have that, but I do have sloppyjism, which is close.
Jalopyjism.
I have sloppyjism.
I have jalopyjism.
You come in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's jalopyjism.
Jalopyjism, sloppyjism.
I have jalopyjism.
Right, well, there we go.
You got the car.
That's it.
You know what is a jalopy?
Words are gone.
On Monopoly.
On Monopoly.
Yeah, so I have a jalopy monopolyjism.
And if you eat it fast, you have an omonopoly.
Onomatopoeia jalopy anonymy.
Yeah, there we go. And I think I'll put the music in now.
Cheap show time.
It's the price of shite.
Cheap show time.
Welcome to Cheap Show.
Okay, Paul, back from the credits. Time for some admin. You've got some important stuff to tell everyone.
I do have some important news. Ring-a-ding-a-ding, ring-a-ding-a-ding. It is announcement time. I'm just going to get into my ring-a-ding-a-ding bus and drive up to the
not
microphone.
a bus. Why? Why? You refuse to do night busing, which is our spin-off podcast where we travel on the night buses of London, everyone. But every time we do a real episode, he loves to pretend. Are you on the bus that took Cliff Richard on his foreign holiday?
Ding ding, we're all going on a whole season's holiday.
Did they in the film? Did they? Thank you.
Hello, I am off the Ring-a-Ding news bus to bring you some Ring-a-Ding cheap show news.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know how else I can get into this segment.
Why he's doing his glasses like this, like Ronnie Barker?
I'm the producer. Right, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate 10
Not Ronnie, sorry, the other one, Matthew. What's he called?
Well, I'm literally about to do the admin and you can't let me get a sentence
I just need to know who that guy's name is.
Ronnie Barker and Ronnie Corbett. They both had glasses.
Yeah, but you're doing Corbett with the double fisting. Yes.
Can I do this?
I had to listen to some bus impro. Can I have a little bus impro after you've done the announcement?
Yes,
please?
but let's
Thank
just
you.
get through this.
Give and take.
Yes.
Give and take.
You mostly give and I refuse to take. Right, no, that's not true. I give all the time and you just take.
Got ya. Are you going to clip that out, you cunt? Anyway, sorry, do the announcement.
I'm getting on the bus again.
No, don't. Please don't.
Ding ding, all aboard for the news. Hello everyone, this is the Ding Ding News Bus and I'm Paul Gannon with some hot off the press Cheap Show news. To celebrate 10 years of Cheap Show and 450 episodes, we are releasing a Cheap Show comedy vinyl album and you can pre-order it right now. Right now. As you're listening, right now you can go ahead and do that.
It's available to pre-order where, Paul?
On a website called diggersfactory.com. If you go to our website, if you look on our social media pages, Instagram, B-Sky, etc., we will put a link up to that album page on their website. However, if you go to the diggersfactory.com and just look for Cheap Show, you'll find it easy as that. Yes, sir.
Question.
You with the hand up. Yes.
Will people be able to have some idea of the contents of the album?
I will go through the track listing now.
Hey.
However, what I will say is this. Let's just say you don't have a vinyl album, a vinyl record player, sorry.
A phonograph machine.
A phonograph, gramophone.
Gramophone. Not
Either
a
way.
Phonograph.
Doesn't matter.
That's a label. That's
I
Beatles
let that
label.
go. We can let it go.
You didn't realise it was
I
a
did.
mistake.
I wanted to let it go, roll on, because I got the gist. Everyone listening got the gist. Let's
I
just
haven't
gist
got-
off. Right?
I've
Okay.
got one off the gist.
So, what I'm saying is...
Glist. Can I just say that? Please, Glist.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're thinking, I don't have a record player, don't worry. If you buy it, it will come with a digital download code, so you can download it to your hard drive in WAV, high definition, whatever.
Here's a little tip to future collectors.
Yeah.
It isn't considered mint
Yeah.
unless the download code slip or whatever is included with the item.
So keep it with you if you get it. I'm sure it'll be printed on a piece of paper when you buy it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's part of the mintness.
Yeah.
If the record you're interested in came with one of those download codes,
Yeah.
if the copy you buy doesn't have that,
Yeah.
then it's not considered complete. It's not considered mint.
But everyone's going to buy this as a keepsake, as a gesture of celebrating 10 years of Cheap Show.
Someone's going to buy 50 copies and fucking hoif them up on eBay.
Don't do
and
that.
Fuck us. Gouge us.
Don't you fucking dare. I know who it is. You're fucking listening, and we'll have an eye on you. Anyway, the point I would like to make is, you'll get a download code so you can listen to the tracks on your whatever device you fancy. However, the vinyl's going to be a very, very lovely thing. The front
is
cover,
lovely.
Again, all of our social media pages will have artwork at the moment, but the front cover, as ever, designed by Voratoni, and it's fantastic. It's a spin on our usual logo, but with a kind of DVD, record, CD, vinyl twist.
And a lovely, vivid, psychotronic kind of colour scheme as well.
Pretty cool. And on the back, Yvonne has done an amazing rear cover for us. I won't explain what it looks like, but it's amazing. It's exactly what we wanted, and it also has all the track listings and stuff like that. So, Yes, let's go through the track listing. Let's do
Okay.
that. All right.
Then
so,
track number 1.
I won't go into every track because what we will say is we have links. We do certain links between certain tracks, you and I, don't we? There's a mini narrative going through it.
There is, like all the best comedy albums and some of the best hip-hop albums have what's known as skits.
Yeah, think of them as skits where
They are doing skits.
every track or so, me and Eli pop in and we do a little bit. Anyway, so we've got tracks from, for instance, there was a mega mix of all the Cheap Show themes as one track. Lovely little thing. This album was produced by Noiseland as well. That also needs stating. Noiseland has been a big part of getting this album put together, and he's produced and mastered and all this stuff for us, and obviously contributed a lot of the tracks we're going to explain now. So, Top Notch Western Romance.
That is a tune that has been available on the podcast before.
It is.
Is he remixed it for the LP?
I think everything's been given a slight remix.
Yeah.
So every track on this album has been cleaned up and, redone.
And am I right in saying, Paul, there are also tracks that we wouldn't have heard anywhere else, some exclusives that are coming up?
Well, we've got one very much so, yeah. We've also got a Night Bussing theme by Seth Seabolt. We have the Cool Cat of LA track. That's the one that sampled me when I was in LA. We have a Cheap Show rap, which was featured in episode 450. No, 400.
What was that?
That was the TV episode. He did it when we did the rap board game. He turned it into a track.
I remember that, yes.
And then we have Teen Yeti's Delight.
Which is a medley of all the Teen Yeti raps from over the years.
Yep. So that's got stuff from Noiseland and Adam Hampton as well. So there's contributions from them. We've also got the epic version of The Lament of Captain Blue Balls, which is the big epic version that we use for your
One
Vision.
of my favourite ones. I love that.
We've
got my one where I go, oh, he's a good boy.
I was going to say Good Boys on here, yeah. Whistle in the Wind.
Whistle in the wind.
Then we have a load of tracks from the Your Vision Song Contest. So from Chris Wetherell, we have Betwing and CUNTK. What?
Try that.
Chris
Go
Chris
back to
Wetherell.
the beginning, because you said contost.
Contest.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome-
we know what the word is. But no,
Contost.
it was really noticeable.
All right, fine. Welcome to the Eurovision Song Contest. And then we have Betwing and Country Urban Noodle Test Lab Kitchen from Chris Wetherell. We have Nostalgia's Gonna Get You and The Mayor Request by Lee Spence.
I love those.
And then last year's winner, we have The Hot Sauce Rap by Star Night Light.
What a tune.
Then we come to our unique track for the album. We have got a track called Trackbot. It is a Trackbot track done specially for the album by Noiseland.
It's if I may say, Paul,
Yeah.
I think this is the most dancey one.
It's daft punky, isn't it?
It's a mid-tempo, daft punky banger.
And you'll only be able to hear it if you get that album.
An electro banger.
And then finally, to wrap this up, we have the Cheap Show End theme by Brian Wecht, who is from Ninja Sex Party.
And that predates our involvement with Noiseland, doesn't it?
Bit of
That's
trivia.
one of the oldest pieces of music that still remains on the show.
This one's got to say, for any nerds out there, Cheap Show nerds, if someone asks you the question, what piece of music has been used the most in Cheap Show?
It would be that.
It is Brian Wecht. We have used it for the majority of every single episode to play out with.
And can I just say the theme is kind of an exclusive, because what Noiseland has done done a sort of merging of both versions of the theme tune we've had over the years. Is that right? Or 3 versions?
The intro theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the opening track is. That is all 3 versions of the track. So that would be Noiseland's version, obviously.
Which is the latest.
Oh, I've closed the screen down now. But then we had the remix from 300. Then we had the original track.
The original track.
Anyway, look, that's the album in a nutshell. We want you to get it. It's on Diggers Factory. And when we cross 100 pre-orders, then it starts getting manufactured. And then we can hopefully get it out to everyone by episode 450. That's the plan. So order it now.
Please. It helps it actually get happening.
Yes. So that's the plan with that. We're going to post on social media and on our websites and on YouTube and stuff. So all the information will be spread as far and wide as we can. But that's the Cheap Show album, and we want you to have it.
When you said spread, I just thought of like a hippo.
Oh, like scatting it. I mean,
every time I hear that word spread, I think of a hippo's butt.
Metaphorically, you can say that's what we are doing, frankly.
Muck
spreading our content. We want
around the river represents the internet.
Yeah.
And we're sort of...
And the hippo's arse is me and you.
Yeah. Who's the tail?
Noiseland.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Go get it. Let's start the show. He's fucked off again. Just left me here. We're about to go. I've got a segment ready to go. And he's let me down again. held me up again, held you up again, dear listener. Oh, the contrition I'm going to want from you.
Sorry about the Cheetos and also holding you up again. And also,
Yeah.
just remember,
Yeah.
clean balls. Never a thrush between me nuts. Never a thrush between me nuts. No KP crispy sprinkles.
Goo in the hand is worth 2 in the thrush.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
1 in the gland is worth 2 on the thrush.
Hey! Now we're making television.
It's time for a segment we've not done in many, 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 many episodes. To the point where I don't even know if we've got a jingle for it.
We don't.
But it is Tales from the Shop Floor.
That's the jingle, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's meant to be Tales from the Dance Floor, isn't it, originally for you?
It was Tales from the Dance Floor. I got a little one of those if you want.
You know what? For old time's sake, let's do one. We haven't done one in a while. Let's do a Tales from the Dance Floor.
DJing in a venue that's new to me. Just opened up.
Come on, we haven't done that in a while
I
either.
know.
Old favourites.
And a young lady came up to me and she said, she was smiling and everything.
Yeah.
She said, "Can you play something good?"
She's
Classic.
either Welsh or Australian.
Australian.
Okay.
So I thought, that's quite rude, isn't it? And she meant
Why
to
do you think that was rude?
play something good.
Maybe she can't. Oh, okay. You're saying that she thinks your music is shit. So go on, play something good.
Yeah, it's literally the worst, rudest request you can make. Luckily,
Yeah.
she was quite beautiful and also was smiling.
So if she wasn't up to your standards of beauty, you would treat her worse. Is that what you're fucking saying?
I couldn't hate her, Paul.
Wow. Do you want this bit cut out?
No, look, I wasn't the one being rude or coming up to her or anything.
This
I wasn't...
episode is going to be called Eli's Contrition. I'm going to fucking tell you. Apologise.
No, she was rude to me.
Yeah, but you went easy on her because she's a beautiful woman that you had a little bit of a horn for.
I did not have a little bit of a horn for
So you had a
her.
very big one,
No,
did you? Is that
I'm
what
not,
you're saying?
you're putting words in my mouth. You're putting dick in my mouth.
Yeah, a metaphorical dick in the form of my
Anyway,
words.
this wasn't meant to be another argument where I had to apologise. This was meant to be just an example of a Tales from the Dance
Maybe
Floor.
you shouldn't have brought this story up, mate. This is...
No.
Oh, dear. Listener, I'm pulling at my collar to the
Fuck's
side.
sake.
I'm going, "Arr, arr, arr," like that.
It was just a nice thing.
What was? You letting her off from a grilling?
What was I going to do? If she'd been a beast woman, a shaggy beast woman,
Horrible. You're a horrible
if she'd
person.
been a big shaggy beast woman,
Oh,
right?
yeah. So many
I
fans.
would still have.
So many cheap show
I
fans.
still would have let her off. Paul.
Heartbroken
Can I
now.
just make this clear right now?
Yeah.
No matter what she looked like,
Yeah.
oh, God, God.
Dig.
I'm digging what?
Dig.
I found someone attractive and rude at the same time.
So-
Is that
so-
against the law, Paul?
What is this story? What is this Tales
Just
from the
like
Dance
it's just
Floor?
a request thing, just a rude request, an example of a Tales from the Dance Floor, which is what this fucking segment came out of.
And all it's done is ruin your reputation.
I might listen, mate. My reputation.
Dog dirt.
Yeah. Well, you're here with me. You're here with me, mate.
Whiff. You're with me.
You did whiff.
You did.
You've
whiff.
got bad ones today.
I've got a bad grunt going on. That's why
You've got
I did the
grutty
decent.
butthole.
I did the decent thing of making sure no one was around when I let one go.
He's got a grutty butthole, it guts all day long, it comes out in the sun and it does half pong.
Not your best.
No, come on. You're just not in the mood.
That's considering the
would've
low
That would
bar.
have slayed you.
And this is considering the low bar of Eli's rhyming couplet.
That would have
disasters.
slayed you last year.
No.
The
I've
magic's
grown.
gone.
I've grown. I've changed.
You're just tired. You're not having a good time.
I'm having a good time.
All right, come on then.
Because I'm getting you to apologise.
I'm not apologising for
Why not?
love.
You
Paul.
should.
No, I should not.
You should be.
Fucking come on.
I'm sorry on Eli's behalf then. I have the power of attorney over his apology and I'm apologising for him. So
Fuck
just put
you.
that out. Right, this letter came with the caveat that they did not want to be named or mentioned, so they should be called Jane Doe. And this email from Jane Doe goes like this, as a Tales from the Shop Floor.
It's a retail-based story.
I don't know, actually. I read it once very quickly.
Well, it must be.
And I think there's a couple of stories in here, but here we go.
Okay, cool.
Hello, Paul and Eli.
Hello.
After dinner with colleagues, some interesting stories started flowing, and here's a few I thought you might like. So I'm presuming this is a story from one of those people.
I like this. This is like one of those films from the 70s, like a portmanteau.
It's going back into flashback now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The camera's cut to the fireplace, and then it's fading into this
You know
scene.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a nice opening after dinner.
Yeah.
story's
nice.
come out.
Yeah, Vincent Price in the corner.
I'm
there.
seeing Vincent Price.
Yeah, no.
Bit of Lumley.
Yeah, maybe a bit of even
I
Joan
don't think
Collins.
a bit of Lumley.
Just a leg. Lumley's leg. Lumley's leg on the
Sorry,
table.
I'm sorry.
No, you see what I mean?
I totally objectified Lumley there.
Lumley.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I saw a photo of her on a roof the other day.
Come on, mate.
Lumley on a roof. Come on, sorry. Yeah.
It's a new TV show. BBC this autumn, Lumley on a Roof.
Saving Nepal with Lumley on a roof.
Yeah. Right, come on. This is, I think, from the perspective of the person telling the story.
Okay.
I work for a large water company. The branch I work at is responsible for customer care, communications and billing. Over the years, people have responded to our bills in all kinds of different ways. One of the more harmless things that happens are old people that send us envelopes with cash inside, bills and coins, to pay their bills. Another customer returned our water bill and wrote on the back that he was a sultan with 30 camels and a man of his caliber shouldn't have to pay for his water. That's bold.
Also, saying I'm rich so I shouldn't have to pay. That's one of the problems with the world, isn't it?
It's basically inferred that that's what happens these days. Why you need to write it down, I don't know.
It fucks me off.
No,
it's really expensive to be poor. The poorer you are, the more expensive it fucking gets.
Here's the thing, though, right? I wouldn't think to send a water bill back to a company with, I don't know, an epithet on the back that says, "Don't you know who I am? I'm king of Legoland, and I don't want to fucking pay for water."
Yeah. It was obviously a prank,
Yeah.
I'd say, probably.
Yeah. I am judgmental, and I don't pay my water because all the water that comes out of my taps is jelly.
Are you judgmental?
I am judgmental.
That's been done before.
Yeah, by me. We did it years ago, and I'm
I
now
don't know
bringing
why.
it back.
That weird character.
I am judgmental.
Weird character come back,
For the
everyone.
murder of 17 people, I sentence you to toffos. Toffos. Banana toffos.
Was they a thing?
Yeah, banana toffos.
Are they like a Rolo, but a banana version?
No, they're like a big chewy toffee sweet, weren't they, toffos?
You don't like them, though.
I've not had them in 20, maybe 30 years. I don't know. I just said
Am I
banana
talking to the judge now?
You're talking to judgmental.
Okay.
Which
You
I'm
got
sure.
very sane there for a second, talking about his experiences with toffos.
He has sad moments of lucidity.
Where he thinks about old confectionaries.
Where he's just a normal guy like this. Hello, I'm Judge.
Sorry, is this Paul now?
I'm judgmental.
His voice doesn't really distinguish that much between you.
Hang you by your toes until you are well fed.
Okay, now can we get on with the story,
Bring
please?
in my jury of parrots. Guilty. Oh, parrots.
All things that in Paul's world infer madness.
Yeah.
Animals,
Doing this.
sweets, and jelly.
Yes. Every mad person does that.
You should apologise to people who are mentally unwell.
I'm sorry. I am one of their number. Right.
Who? You or the judge?
The judge
And
I
Paul.
don't know who I am. Maybe I am judgmental.
Imagine you woke up and you thought you were judgmental. We'd have to stop the podcast then.
Close, mate. Close. The fucking edge. Right. Of course, I've saved the most cheap show story till last. When former residents have moved out and the new residents receives a couple of final warnings type of bills that are not for them, it's likely they will get increasingly annoyed with each one, which is understandable and obviously something we try to avoid. Some people call us, others write nasty things on the socials. One individual took a more drastic measure. Go on, have a guess.
Mailed them a poo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, poo in a box is one.
I can't get my mind off that poo in a box, Paul. What's the plan B?
That's definitely bold, isn't it?
Wee in a box.
Wee in a box.
You have to have waterproof.
Jism, sick. There's loads of things you can pull out of your body and
I
stick
think
in
jism
there.
and sick is much more psycho. With poo, it's bad.
It's a statement, isn't
but
it?
But it's a statement that is in the realm of sort of...
You are excrement. This is excrement to me. This is my leavings.
You can see that as a protest. They call it a dirty protest. But if it was vomit or jism, you'd sort of call the police, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More so?
Yeah.
Especially jism. Would you call the police
I
on
would.
that?
I mean, yeah.
Where you might not call them.
I have done.
No, but you might not. If it was a poo, you might think, oh, I
I'll
understand.
Have that. No, I'll keep that. Is that what you're saying? I'll have that one.
Can I just read it? Oh, I can't.
All right.
Yeah, that's the
okay.
point I was trying to make.
Yeah, I know. One individual took a more drastic measure. He took the bill, wiped his bottom with it.
Oh, yeah.
placed the besmudged piece of paper inside a plastic sleeve, sealed it tight, and then returned it to us. Rest assured, the person in the mailroom that day did not enjoy the smelly surprise.
Oh, that's
Poor
fucking horrid.
bastards. But then you'd know who it is, so you'd send the police round, right?
Well, I don't know how prosecutable that is. You could sort of...
I think if
You
someone
could say,
sent
oh,
me...
no,
a
it just fell in the shit. Oh, it just fell up my arse.
It just fell up my
I was
arse,
sitting
and then
down.
I accidentally sealed it in a plastic envelope.
I
posted
shit
it.
myself all the time. A doctor says. So, all my stuff's shitty, all my paper's shitty.
You could argue, theoretically, you could argue that your shit stain is your signature. My word is my bond.
Yes.
I'm going to use my skiddy as a...
Kissy skiddy, they call me.
The kiss skid.
Oh, I'm fast.
Mr. Kiss Skids.
Yes. Is that the end of the letter?
That's it.
I thought we had more than that.
No, that's it. I thought that was enough.
That's enough for half of an episode.
We've been going 17 minutes.
I know, because you have had two meltdowns.
We've had. This is like 11.
11 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that long enough for you?
That's long enough for me. Considering we've got a lot of episode left to go.
Okay.
We're going to do platters now, aren't we?
We certainly are.
But thank you, Jane Doe, for the letter. I wouldn't like to have a skid mark bill. Especially if it was straight from the company themselves. Like the company sent that to you. Final warning. And then the CEO's muck spread on the back of it. I mean, we'll get into that point, eh?
Yeah.
Right on, brothers and sisters. Little bit of politics there, little bit of politics. Oh,
you can understand that, but I think it's just one of these things where it's not the right thing to do.
What, shit in something and post
and send
that
it to
shit
people, because it's not the person who works in the mailroom's fault,
it's not.
is it?
No, it's not their fault.
That capitalism exists, sort of thing.
But they're at the front line for that kind of problem.
Yes, they get abused.
What you should do is, if you're sending a letter back, put something nice in for the mailman boys.
Yeah.
Like a lollipop.
Or a petal.
A stick of gum. Oh, a petal. Or a book token.
A book token's
Or
nice.
a book, just put something nice in the letter to...
What about this?
What?
Vintage postcard.
Oh, lovely choice. Like maybe one from Blackpool, the 70s.
Yeah.
Or one of those crudely drawn ones where it's like a woman
naughty
in a...
one?
Yeah, naughty.
Well, no, you want to check.
cheeky-
It might offend them.
Oh.
They might be a bit uptight in the mailroom.
It's all right, that
They
stuff.
might be a
that
bit
cheeky
sensitive
stuff.
about that type of thing because they've been mailed so many pooey bills.
Yeah, I don't know.
If that happens more than once, you're like, yeah.
What if it was
Am I in the right job?
What if it was every single
Every
bill
day.
you worked in there, and every single person had used it to wipe their arse and send it back, and every letter, the whole mailroom stunk of excrement.
That'd be bad.
I'd quit.
Yeah.
And I'd have a right to.
Yes.
I'm not
I
here
mean,
to,
there would
I'm
be a
not,
health
I'm not
hazard.
here to open shitty letters.
You'd need a special hazchem suit and all sorts of things.
I'm not here to run my fingers through other men's muck. That's not my
Why
job.
would there have to be other men?
I came here for an honest job to open the mail.
Don't you think a woman... See, you're having a weird bias. Other men's
No,
muck.
I can tell the difference.
Why are you obsessed with other
can tell the
men's
difference.
muck? Of a woman, lady poo.
A man's poo, yeah.
Lady poo.
Anyway, I can't tell the difference between man muck and lady muck, and that's a skill I'm willing to put to the test. Anyway, we're moving on to the next segment of the show.
And now it's time for Silverman's Platters.
Yeah.
Brought to you by...
Chicken McBiscuits.
Please.
Do you want a biscuit? I've got a biscuit. Do you want a biscuit? I'm Chicken McBiscuit.
No.
McGog sponsoring
This is how...
segment
We're
of
10
Cheap
years
Show.
old, Paul.
Sponsoring
When-
this segment of Cheap Show is Chicken McBiscuit.
We as a podcast are 10 years old, right?
Yeah.
Now, what was one of the first character names you ever came up with? Jimmy Biscuits. And that is how far you've moved as a creative brain. I'm just saying it. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. When you have to think of a word, you think of biscuits. It pisses me off.
It's just a shame you didn't realise that it was actually a clever meta callback to that first character to celebrate 10 years of Cheap Show. And the fact that you can't see that says a lot about your dedication to this podcast. Oh dear. Anyway, where was I?
Silverman's Platters.
I've got something.
Sponsored by Chicken McBiscuit.
Thank you. There's some biscuits there. I was going to say, it's Silverman's. Don't fucking sigh at me. Don't fucking sigh at me. Silverman's Platters, brought to you by
Chicken McBiscuits. Buck. That's the deal last
Have you run
time.
out of biscuits to eat, Chicken
Yep.
McBiscuits? Well, there's a fucking load of them over there.
He's not going, mate.
Don't make this a battle between me and a fucking imaginary chicken.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Brought to you by David Guatta. It's Silverman's Platters, brought to you by David Guatta. Hello, I'm David Guatta. I'm a big DJ. Hello, it's a chicken part of my rider. Is it? Do I get to chicken?
I think this is a racist character.
What do you mean mean the racist character?
What did you mean the racist character?
I'm pan-European. I travel all around.
Racist.
And I do my house music
Very
sets.
troubling content.
And I do all my house music sets.
How absolutely troubling.
I'm David Guatta.
Do I even leave this in the podcast?
I'm a
It's
David Guatta.
So challenging and shocking
I have
material.
a bigger hit to David Guatta. Big hits, big house hits. You hear my hits? Big dance music
We're
hits.
going to get letters, and I'm going to have to defend Eli again with his creative
Where's his chicken
process.
then?
What?
Where's the chicken? I'm meant to be doing this bit with the chicken.
What chicken?
It's called the chicken. The chicken.
Are you all right, Eli? What chicken?
The chicken. Chicken.
I just want to get into the
chicken
records.
wafer. What's it called? A chicken wafer, something like that.
What are you talking about?
Chicken wafer.
I don't know. 1 minute I'm doing this podcast, and the next minute you're doing this weird racist stereotype demanding chickens.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't. This hasn't worked, has it, mate? This hasn't worked for you today.
With me.
You've struggled today, haven't you?
I have
been
not.
Tough. It's been
I
a
actually
tough
have
one.
not.
It's been a tough one for him today, ladies and gentlemen. He's got this troubled look in his eye, like this panic. It's hard. It's tough. Oh dear.
David, I'm sorry that my co-host has been very rude and the chicken's in the other room, but we need to get on with this
What
now.
are you talking about chicken?
Don't gaslight me about Chicken McBiscuits.
That's what a stupid name.
I'm gonna go in the other room. I'm a David Guatta.
Yeah, I think you should leave. This is really awkward. You've made this very awkward.
Excuse me, I'm a big name DJ, okay? David the Guatta. Hello. Goodbye.
So can you please introduce the first track we're going to look at today on Silverman's Platters, the bit of the show where Eli brings along some vinyl selections, right?
That's right. Thank you, David. Yes.
Don't look back at him. Don't look at him.
He's giving me that look though, Paul.
Don't look at him.
Hungry look.
Yeah, that hungry hippos look. Just don't look. Look at me. Eyes on me. Just look at me.
David.
Don't look at David.
Oh.
Just look at me.
All right, first.
Stop looking at him. Stop it.
The first record. The first record.
Yeah.
We're doing. What did we say we were going to start with? Yes.
The last one that we listened to.
Okay.
We've got 3, and this is the first, which was the last we just listened to.
Now, this is a record by a duo whose other record we covered before, several years ago now. What was that one?
It's something to do with making tea, was what the B-side,
The B-side was just this guy getting up out of his alarm goes off.
Wasn't it something like "Don't call me a Wally" or "You're a Wally" or something
It was some
about being
kind
a
of
Wally?
It was comedic. But this is Helen, April, and John Dummer. Oh, that's on the B side. Her name is first.
Yeah.
But on the A side, it's John Dummer and Helen April.
Which makes more sense. So shall we listen to the first?
The A
Introduce
side.
it?
The A side is a ditty they call "Own Up If You're Over 25."
Well, who was that? Again, just remind us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages.
John Dummer and Helen April.
Because, yeah, we have covered them before. John Dummer was a very well-respected drummer.
Oh, he's a
funnily
session
enough.
musician, was he?
Yeah.
And he obviously had a side project with his... Was he involved with
Well,
Helen?
this is a side project of a side project. In the late 70s, he did a band that featured his wife, who's Helen April. Is that her
Helen
name?
April is his wife.
Yeah. Called True Crime or True Love Confessions.
Right.
And then this is a spin-off of that, just them looking about.
Well, they put out at least 2 singles, because we did that one before, and this one...
Yeah, so this is just another spin-off of that project.
And it is a novelty record, and the theme is Things You Remember. if you're over 25. So you own up if you're over 25, if you remember all of these references that she's making.
Providing in 1981 you were at that knowledge
which
level.
is funny to me. And it's very much along the lines of something like Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire, in that it's essentially a list of references.
Yeah.
Pop culture references.
Yeah.
Which makes it kind of ahead of its time. It was more of a novelty, I guess, then.
I guess, but again, I don't know how well that would have charted, if at all. It just seems like it was a kind of sold at gigs kind of thing, or independent record shops. And
it's interesting because it's on a label I've never seen before, which adds weight to that theory, Paul. It's on what they call Red Shadow Records.
Yeah, okay. I think we looked on Discogs and found out that the only thing they released was these few singles.
Which makes it very much like something maybe they would distribute locally or at their gigs and stuff.
I went to YouTube to look for this video, and there was a few comments underneath it. Daniel 1971 said, "My uncle ran Red Shadow Records.
Oh, there you go.
I met John and Helen at their house once. Nice people." And then someone said, "I've just discovered a relatively recent interview with John on thegoodlifefrance.com, possibly of interest."
Oh, they moved to France, maybe?
I guess so. And then above that, a guy called Robin Bibby Music says, "I'm over 25 because I played lead guitar on this."
Oh, I was going to say, the
What?
guitar is actually really good on this, because what they do is when they reference musicians, the guitarist does a little lick from a song from that musician. They do it with Aretha Franklin, and there's other places. And that's what sort of elevates it as a novelty record for me, Paul, is the level of musicianship.
Yeah.
And they reference Ready, Steady, Go, and you hear the actual harmonica riff from the theme tune to that at the beginning as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite clever. It's put together, and it's done to it's the melody or the same structure as that song, the re-record, Don't Fade Away, isn't it? Basically, it's basically that.
That thing.
And that's Bo Diddley, I believe. That whole rhythm thing comes from Bo Diddley.
Just a quick thing. The guy who left that comment, Robin, said, and this is 3 years ago, said the writer of that song, Noel Brown, passed away 3 months ago. I mean, they had a memorial gig for him in 2022, and they want to try and sing this song, but there's quite a lot of lyrics to learn.
There's loads of lyrics.
I tell you what, this is the comment that shocked me. Not because the comment is shocking, but just because, well, I'll read it and I'll infer why I thought this was shocking. So, someone goes, Guna AK 2913 says, "I remember this from my teens. Loved it. Mike Reed played it daily on his Radio 1 breakfast show, but it never caught on."
Yeah. I can imagine Reed being into it.
But didn't we tackle a Mike Reed song that was like a fake proto-punk thing? Like a parody stroke spoof thing that he did with a band?
He did the Brexit Calypso thing.
Yeah, years later. But I'm talking about in these 80s. There's something that scratch at the back of my head that says he's been in a fake punk-ish, pop-punk, two-tone maybe spoof band.
Okay.
Where he mocked it. I don't know.
Finally, you say that, because the B-side of this is very much a two-tone pastiche, isn't it? A ska revival pastiche.
These songs as well come from a thing called Beyond the Groove, which was an 80s compilation of bands that were on the fringes. So there's loads of fringe
I love
bands
this.
on
I love this stuff, I have to say. This really obscure, forgotten history of kind of punk novelty. It's almost like do-it-yourself novel comedy records. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Helen is not a singer. It's very much an amateurish vocal.
But this is why...
Which was kind of the style, the punk kind of style at the time, you know?
Well, it's like The Waitresses. It has that sing-song, spoken, detached.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Effective.
making an effort, even, sort of. But even more so, and she really can't sing, I'd say.
No. Proven by the B-side.
Which is called Doggy Woggy Woggy.
Just have a listen to this.
Since last weekend my heart's been broken. I lost my best friend, he was stolen. He was so faithful, loyal and true, and maybe he's with you. My doggy, I'm upset, I've lost my pet. My doggy, where's my doggy now?
Well, that outlasts its welcome very quickly indeed.
This is the definition of, we got to do a B-side?
I know.
A dog song about a dog.
They reference as well. There's a reference. Did you spot the music reference in there?
No.
Bow Wow Wow.
Oh, okay,
which
yeah,
was
the
a punk band
Yeah.
made by Malcolm McLaren of Sex Pistols fame. But there's a reference to that on this. And also, if you think about it, there's a reference to one of the most famous and seminal novelty records of all time, which is How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?
Oh, okay. Was that a novelty hit?
I mean, it's a novelty song, isn't it?
I never heard it sung in like schools.
No,
and
it's
things.
a big hit just before rock and roll. That was like the top of the charts just before rock and roll became a thing.
Oh, that's a shocking, the wave crashing on the sun kind of moment.
It
Isn't it
is. It's always referenced as the sort of music that was popular just before Elvis hit on documentaries. But she's definitely referencing that as well, isn't she?
The thing
that's
is-
basically the song is about the same thing. Well, she's lost her dog. It's not like how much is the dog. It's like the dog's lost.
What bugs me is how obviously tossed off it sounds. Maybe they put a lot of effort in, but
The
sounds
music isn't bad, but she's...
no, but. Lyrically,
Well,
conceptually, it sounds tossed off. Both songs just have this feel of this is a muckabout. This is just a fucking laugh,
Yeah.
which is not a complaint.
They are novelty or comedy songs, aren't they?
But how some novelty songs think they're good or think they're going to make an impact and be the next Agadoo or
Yeah.
whatever, and then it's painfully not.
Yeah, but this is sort of knows...
That's what I'm saying.
Knows what it's doing,
Yeah.
sort of, and it knows it's not very good, but it's sort of joyful with it, in a way.
Which is why I think it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Which leads us on...
what we'll get to in a bit later,
Which isn't acceptable.
is the other end,
Yeah,
which is not acceptable.
So, that leads us very quickly to our binary scoring system, Paul.
Is it a platter or a splatter?
For me, it is a platter. Just a lot of interesting things,
Yeah.
and I do like those musical flourishes. It interests me, exactly what you said, the fact that these are the references for people over 25 in 1981. But the other thing demonstrates to me the kind of cultural shift in what is considered old. Right? I think back then,
Yeah.
if you were over 25, you were considered much older than you would consider someone who was over 25 now.
This is the problem. I mean, I'm not going to get into the weeds of this because it's a big
Yeah.
conversation, but effectively, it's the contraction of pop culture. So, just as a very broad example, think of Disney. How even up until the late 80s, they were still known for Snow White, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and they were leaning on those legacies, especially in their theme parks for
Yeah.
years. Then think about what happened in the mid-90s with the Renaissance and Aladdin and Hercules, and now where they are now with Star Wars and Marvel. And you've got thousands of references now, Pixar, Disney
Yeah.
classics, Renaissance. But then back then, Disney was just 4 films and a bunch of songs you wanted to do for Mary Poppins. So those references, as a result, were more widespread
I see.
over those demographics, where now every 5 years of generations of people born have thousands of pop culture references.
Yes.
So our references, even my references to you, are going to be different.
Oh, very. They do. Because that's what's come up over the years
Yeah.
on the pod. But also, it's been the more references, the more culture, it all seems to get greyed out and diluted, and nothing seems to be as...
It's smeared out,
Yeah.
which is why if I go to someone on the street and say, do you know what a Tamagotchi is? They will, even though that thing came out in the late 90s, but it got remade and reproduced and then a retro version. Then you know what I mean? So we are chewing it up.
But would you agree with my point that I think in the 80s, being over 25 was more of a sort of... was considered to be more over the hill, and that's what they're referencing.
Possibly. Also, the references of those generations would have been closer together anyway, because, if someone said Morecambe and Wise, they were around for 20 years, and, it had those kind of...
But Morecambe and Wise would have been only 5 or 6 years before this.
Yeah.
81.
In terms of their
and
heyday.
they talk about Ichiku Park, Small Faces.
Yeah.
Late 60s is only 10 years ago, which is equivalent to us being reminiscent about things like in the
Britpop.
2011. No.
Well, yeah,
no.
it's like us getting
Closer.
upset
That's
about...
what I'm saying. It's closer.
Yeah, but it's like us getting upset about Arctic Monkeys or something.
Yes.
It's that.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, that's put our lives into explicit focus.
Now, those are both a platter from us. And
Oh,
let's
yeah,
move on-
I actually hadn't said.
I just assumed.
Yeah, when you assume.
You make an ass of you and me.
Exactly. So I'm going to also give it a platter.
Thank you. I knew you would.
Right, let's go on to our next track, and that is what?
Next track, Paul,
Let's see if he remembers, because I know what it is.
is Bullfrog Legs, the follow-up single of Chip Chip. Did you see that?
Yeah,
It says it
remember,
there.
I actually literally spoke to you about
No,
length about that off mic.
No, I remember you mentioning Chip Chip, but I didn't
Yeah.
know it said it on the label.
yeah.
Bullfrog Legs, Bobby Setter's Cash and Carry.
Oh, baby, roll that tape. So that led us down a little bit of a rabbit hole. A little rabbit hole, but still one you can get up to the elbow in.
It's a Moog instrumental, and I would say a lackluster and almost cynical Moog instrumental, trying to capitalise on one of the noises that they found on their Moog, which sounds a bit like a frog.
Well,
or whatever.
what year was this again? Like the 70s, right?
73.
73. So, Cash and Carry is, strictly speaking, the name of the artist. However, Cash and Carry is a slight rebrand of the Bobby Setters band.
And it says Bobby Setters Cash and Carry on this, so that's...
It's a weird thing they decided to do for this particular bunch of tracks because Bobby Setters band, for want of a better reference, is basically James Last of Germany or Belgian. I need to double check.
No, James Last, what?
Dutch.
Was German.
Yes,
Can't
that's
be the
true.
James Last of Germany.
Good point.
Yeah.
But, so luckily, he's Dutch, so he is the Dutch James Last.
But easy listening. It's easy listening, essentially. A sort of band leader who puts out easy listening records.
They were an
novelty.
They were a dance orchestra
There you go.
from Flanders, and they existed between 1962 and 2016.
Wow.
They usually had about 20 instruments, 6 musicians and 2 singers.
And there's a photo on the back of this single, and I think this single was sent to us by a Cheap Show listener. So thank you. We did get round to it.
Yeah,
Thanks
they're
very
all
much.
good things.
And there are 6.
Yeah.
A band of 6 depicted on the back. The bass drum, which often has the band name, just says Bobby Setter on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about Cash and Carry. And there is a lady holding a mic as if to sing when they're an instrumental group. So this is obviously taken from like some kind of engagement they did.
And
you
the
know.
Pontins in
Yeah. It's so easy listening. I do not care for that track.
Can I just say something very quickly?
Yes.
So they were formed at a Ghent conservatoire. I don't know where Ghent is, but I presume it's like...
It's Belgian as well, isn't it?
And
Belgium.
They became well known because they travelled on 3 European tours with Fats Domino in the 70s.
Now, you were talking about Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Now, in the 70s, all these original rock and roll guys would come to Britain and Europe.
Yeah.
And because they had more fans, especially in places like France, you had more fans, they had more interest in their music than there would have been in America at the time.
Right.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And so there's that famous footage of Chuck Berry doing My Ding-a-Ling, which was a hit in Britain.
Yeah, huge hit in Britain.
On British TV or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And I think this is similar. Like, because everyone loves the twist or whatever. Is it Fats Domino or Chubby Checker?
I say it was Fats Domino.
Yeah.
So they toured with him in the 70s, and that's how they kind of made their name. And then off the back of that, they would get engagements at like hotels or ballrooms and release albums of covers and
we did listen,
medleys.
And we did listen to an earlier one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which quite a rocking sort of surf style hard R&B, quite good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, what was that one? I'm not going to put it in because I haven't got time. But yeah, they have variety.
I'm just saying, and he was quite competent arranger and band leader, obviously. You know.
But this is where we get to 1973, and they renamed themselves Cash and Carry for the occasion of a collaboration with a guy called Louis van Rijmenant, and they both worked together on To Tip to Chip by Swish accordion Werner Thomas. Now, this, to cut a very long story short, is the chicken song.
No.
Yes.
The birdie song.
Oh, the birdie song. Bollocks. This, to get this
biscuit
straight,
song, is it, Paul?
is the biscuit song.
The birdie song. Everyone knows the birdie song. Probably one of the most famous instrumental novelty hits of all time. And they just do a version of that.
Yeah.
And it's their biggest hit, right?
To chip to chip.
To chip to chip, which must mean...
I will say this. Every time I looked online for images of their album covers of all the different things, nearly every one had, from the million-selling artists of To Chip to Chip and like a little duck drawing. And I'm thinking... It's not their song, though. It's not like it's their masterpiece.
It's one of those things, though. They're just doing a cover version, and obviously the copyright was out. Or there's something weird about the copyright of that song, because there's loads of bands have done it. And it's like that song Popcorn.
Yeah.
The instrumental Popcorn, which was recorded by completely different people in different territories. It must be something like that,
So,
you know?
if I remember rightly, and what this article goes on to infer is that if you add enough to the song, you can call yourself a co-writer or co-producer, and therefore you can get some royalties, right?
Right.
So that's why I think they do slight arrangements of it to get some money back. Now, this is interesting. Bobby Setter teamed up with this guy called Louis van Rimmerman Jam, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
And he offered Bobby the opportunity to co-sign the recording contract as co-composer, but Bobby did not think the record was good enough and said, nah, I'm not interested. However, it then went on to be a million seller.
But perhaps Bobby, it says he wasn't interested because he didn't think it was good enough, but perhaps we could read a little bit into that, and perhaps he thought it's too plagiaristic. Do you see what I mean?
Maybe.
It's too much, too obviously I didn't write it because it's the Birdie song or whatever, you know?
But he just settled for the payment for him and his musicians and the recording session, and then missed out on the enormous amount of money made from later sales, which proved to be very lucrative.
Fuck.
And then,
Kick yourself, but perhaps he didn't. Perhaps he just thought, I've got my integrity. Do you see what I mean?
In 2012, Bobby Setter quit, but the band decided to continue for 4 more years without him.
Wow.
And then they all went, well, let's call it a game.
So he didn't pass.
Let's call it a day.
Let's call it a game of days.
Let's call it a game of days.
Is he still alive then, old Bobby Setter?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see that, please, because
I think he might be, Because we saw that video of him, didn't we? Like, it must have been an 80s video of him at a piano and everyone dancing around him.
He's a classic, easy-listening character.
It doesn't say anything about his living or dead status.
Not even on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia just talks about the band and said he quit in 2016. So I can't speak for his existence or not.
Surely it will have, at the top of the page, it has the bit born.
Nope, does not have him as any part of that information.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. However, platter or splatter?
We haven't mentioned the B-side, which for me, because I bring this up because that is not a platter, the A-side for me.
No.
It's again, we're talking about things that sound knocked off. It's almost like it was birds for Chip Chip, yeah? Now let's do frogs.
Come on, think of another fucking animal.
That we can do you know what I mean?
My Moog can do this. Reddit.
Doesn't do that, it just goes, bleh.
Oh no, it goes, bleh.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a bit like a frog, isn't it? When you're a bit bleh. Call it bullfrog.
Yeah, so bullfrog legs. It's, it's very, very knocked off and lazy. But the
B-side. Flip. You dropped the record.
The flip has a tune called Buena Mooga, which is a pastiche of sort of Latin flamenco-ish stuff with a Moog, and that's got a much better Moog lick on it, and it's just more enjoyable for a Moog connoisseur.
The funny thing is, isn't it, is that it seemed like this particular album was all Moog based.
Yeah.
It lacks that orchestra band kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's like there's drums on this, and I guess there must be bass, but you could it feels like it's just a Moog, basically. It's definitely not a lady in a shiny skirt
holding a microphone.
Singing. Or a sax. There's no saxophone.
Although maybe we're wrong.
There's a guy with a saxophone.
Maybe she does the voice of the frog. Come on, love. Sing it. Sell it like a frog. I will give this a platter, and I'll tell you why. There's something charming about this whole genre, and this is a good example of it.
Yes, I agree. And the cover is in a vibrant shade of blue, and I love it's got a picture of a frog. There's almost a cheesy
cobalt blue with yellow writing and stuff. Yeah,
it's a beautiful piece of ephemera, isn't it?
A bit of objet d'art.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then? Platter or splatter?
I'm going to say
just go with your heart. Don't have to,
The A side. Are we allowed to give it on
if you want?
I'm going to say platter as well.
All right. Okay.
I mean, it does. It crosses the line for me.
Right, now it's time for our third and final.
Which is definitely going to be a splatter.
Let's just skip to the end and say this is going to be a dirty, great, big, probably blood-infused splatter. Or what is it, Eli? Go on.
For the last splatter today, Paul, we are going to be covering Benny's Theme by Paul Henry.
I can see children playing, and I hear old men saying that life goes on, and we must live it to the full. They say, tain't no use in moping and dreaming and feeling sorry for yourself, 'cause if you think like that, you'll never get anywhere. But They haven't been through what I'm going through. I can't stop thinking of anyone but her. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Only time will tell.
I would like to know what the fuck Paul Henry thought was going through his head to come up with that.
Money.
I mean, yeah, but...
Give me money.
So, for our international listeners, and maybe people who are, I don't know, younger than 25, say, Benny was a character in a long-running, notoriously wobbly soap opera called Crossroads about a...
Oh, is it Crossroads?
Yeah.
I always get them confused.
No, Crossroads. Crossroads was set in the forest and had little animals. It was very good.
I'm a crossroad.
Anyway, Benny was a character on that sitcom, on that soap opera. It was set in a motel next to a motorway.
Right.
And it was kind of like imagine like a Poundland Dallas, effectively.
Okay.
The wheelings and dealings, love lives and affairs of the people who work at a motel. And Benny was the gardener or handyman who was, simple. An idiot. Kind of like, who's that of Mice and Men? Lenny
from Of Mice and Men.
with a bit more agency than that character.
He does, yeah.
Simple. He
And was
so
he
simple.
Paul? Was he unlucky in love? Because that
He
seems
was.
to be the theme on this.
It's like there's some character in the soap. Maybe is it Miss Diane or something? I could have.
It's
listened.
unrequited, is it?
Either way,
He's a sad
unrequited
sack.
love. And apparently, I was reading this as well. In the show, I don't know what the circumstances are of him being written out of Crossroads, but what happened was, during a Christmas episode, he went up to decorate a tree, and then that was the last he was in the show.
And he didn't die in the show or anything. He just up the tree and then never came back.
It just seems they went, right, you up the tree to fix the thing and cut. Right, that's you fired. That's you fuck off.
Well, he
Paul
deserves
Henry.
it for making that fucking record, man.
This is what I don't understand. Was his character that popular in British pop culture to warrant this?
Because it's quite well produced, you know what I mean? In terms of like, you can hear that violin and then it goes into and there's lots of instruments. Who's there's just some orchestra who did it.
Simon May was the guy who wrote this. And again, to cut long story short, he's mostly known for his TV themes like EastEnders, El Dorado, Howard's Way.
So perhaps it's his suction that gets it made. It's like, oh, Simon's going to do it. It's going to be a hit.
Maybe.
There's
but
good people about this. And there must have been some popularity to the character as well.
we've talked about this a lot on the podcast, where if you were of a certain status in like entertainment stroke pop culture in the 80s, there was a very good chance you released a novelty single or a single you thought would be taken seriously to boost your career.
This is 77.
Yeah. So he would have been in the show for a few years by then. And like, as someone said, and this is probably what they would say is before my time, is that if you were the stupid kid at school, you'd be called Benny. You know, he's a proper Benny. You probably got that a lot, I'd imagine, you know.
I didn't.
There's Benny over there, Benny Silverman.
I wasn't a stupid kid, Paul. I don't know why
It's not about what you
you're just trying to
think.
insult me.
It's not
I
about
wasn't-
what you
People didn't think I
you
was
were.
stupid.
Well, that's
I'm
why
not.
they called you Benny, though, isn't
They
it?
didn't call me Benny.
They did.
They didn't call it. That is before. Shut up.
Utter Benny.
You're such an abusive man.
I'm not at all. I just you
are.
You're very competitive.
I'm not.
You're
I'm just.
very-
You
you're
called
very
me. You said I was
combative.
called stupid in school. It's not true.
It's not my fault they called you Benny.
They didn't call me Benny.
That's because they didn't say it to your face, did they?
Fuck off.
Right.
Fuck yourself.
Anyway, I'm going to read some from this article. There's a website called Left and to the Back. It's a blog for rare vinyl and things like that. And he talks about this, released on the Pi label, which is like a proper label, right, Pi?
Well, it's not around today at all, but was huge, yeah. If you want to think of famous people who were on Pi, the Kinks.
Oh, okay.
The
right.
Kinks were on Pi.
Fine.
Yeah.
So they wanted to, someone, I don't know who, but someone wanted to capitalise on the success of Benny. So they came up with a sad sack spoken word ballad, you know, where he gets to kind of talk about his lot in life and his unrequited love.
Now, and that was a thing. It's a type of novelty record that isn't comedic.
Yeah,
But it was
no.
a thing. The spoken word, sad story song, wasn't it?
Like MacArthur Park almost.
yeah. And we covered one.
That's what this is. It's a knockoff
Yeah.
MacArthur Park with Benny from fucking
Yes.
Crossroads.
But do you know what I mean? There was a category of sort of serious novelty song.
Yeah.
Not a song, a spoken word sort of it's meant to tug at your heartstrings sort of thing, isn't it?
And it's also not too different from like things like, what was it, Jeff Wayne's Lord of the... It's not even that, is it? War of the Worlds.
What do they
Guess
call
who called me Benny? at
Yeah,
school?
they called you fucking cunt mouth.
Benny Gannon. Gannon Benny. Although I remember in school when you had an erection, you know what we used to call it? A Benny bone on.
Really?
Yeah, I always got a Benny
That's
bone
cool.
on.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, you got
No,
a Benny bone on. So, this was composed with a guy called Simon May. And yeah, it is what it is. It's kind of awful. And at the same time, I kind of like it.
I don't like
It's getting a splatter. I want that stated.
Yeah. It outstays its welcome. It goes and it unforgivably goes to that fasting. Unforgivably. Hey, it's the Unforgiven.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Do I get your forgiveness?
No.
Oh, no.
That given will never
He's
forgive
throwing
you.
his scat
He
at
will
me.
throw the scat at you.
Yeah, if he's angry, he becomes a
Put
scat.
him in the room with the fucking chicken McBiscuits.
Don't bother me here with me!
I hope David Guatta's getting on with them.
Yeah, they're all dead.
No, but what would
But that's what I'm saying. It kind of starts the band, then goes into weird disco-esque, epic
the
kind
up tempo
of,
bit?
Yeah.
But then unforgivably,
Unforgivably, yes.
it goes back to the sad sack
shit.
fucking shit, and it just repeats that twice, and that's the whole structure. You know, it could have had more place. It could have gone more places. Paul, I'm saying.
It didn't have the imagination to
No.
go. It was a cynical cash-in to pluck on the heartstrings of the people who would watch that show and go, "Oh, poor
Benny, oh, but did it sell? It probably was. It a hit?
I do have that information
Let's
in this.
see.
So
I
in
would-
this article,
I would suggest no.
in this article,
guess no.
it did sell reasonable numbers.
Right.
It got to the top 40.
Okay.
And it peaked at number 39.
Yeah, I mean, not
Which
a
is
massive
about
hit.
right, I
Yeah.
think, because it wasn't like it was Grandad, you know, with a like
Clive Dunn.
Clive Dunn, or I Wish I Could Fly,
I'm sure there's a similar record.
which is awful. Is
Yeah.
more awful, isn't it?
There is a similar record we've covered years ago, which was like about the French au pair or whatever. Do you remember that one? That was spoken.
Oh, the Ooey Papa thing.
yeah, Ooey Papa. That reminds me. Kind of
That-
semi-serious, you know.
That track cast a long shadow on us originally way
That's
back when.
awful. I wish I hadn't brought that up. Actually.
Yeah. I tell you
Ooey
what's
Papa.
do you want to know an interesting fact which is in this? So I'm just going to read from the article. It says Paul Henry, who played Benny, who sang the song. I don't know
is
if you made that clear.
the
but
artist, yeah.
The actor and the artist singing this. He hasn't said a lot about this single over the years. But given that both he and Jeff Lynne were in the same school year at Alderley Boys School in Shard End, its existence means that he joined his classmate in the charts. This is the kind of obscure fact pop quizzes should feature, but invariably don't.
But isn't that fucking funny that you mentioned Jeff Lynne in terms of the style of this?
Yeah.
Here's War of the Worlds.
Well, no, Jeff Wayne, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. Jeff Lynne's the
I
ELO
always-
guy.
Yeah, ELO.
Sorry,
But even
everyone-
that, though, ELO had that sense of, movements within songs. Mr. Blue Sky being the obvious example of that.
No. I mean, he's brilliant. Some of that ELO
Yeah.
stuff's brilliant in terms of the little bits.
I'm not
you know.
comparing in terms of quality. What
No.
I'm saying is it was of the style of the time to have songs that had movements in, like orchestral pieces. Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yes.
as another obvious example.
The period, yes.
Yeah. So, do you have any more thoughts to say on this?
No, I didn't like it at all.
I didn't like
we
it
didn't
at
listen
all.
to the B-side. It's just the instrumentation, which is probably
Maybe better because...
better because you don't have this whiny fucking voice.
Yeah, you know what we should do?
What?
Use the B-side and do a version of this for like Grumpy Sessions or something.
I'd love to do that.
Maybe we should later on down the line write some lyrics
Yeah.
and then you could do a cover of this
Yeah.
as Grumpy. Or another character like, who's the one who's the character with the wife who can't leave the
John
house?
Gunty.
We could do John Gunty's.
John Gunty's version.
Yeah, Gunty's theme.
And he's complaining about how his wife won't let him do food reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. We're workshopping the show live, everyone.
No,
Splatter.
it's a splatter for me.
It's a pooey splatter.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No, what was your favourite then?
Buena Mooga on the flip side of the bullfrog legs tune.
I like Benny's theme. See you after this. Right, that's it. Show's over. All done for this week. We'll see you next Friday. And look, if you miss us, we're all over the place. But your one-stop shop is thecheapshow.co.uk. That's where you can go to for episode guides, where you can go to the links for our YouTube channel, the podcast itself, social media platforms, and links to the Cheap Show album.
Yay!
It's on pre-orders now. If we can get 100 sold as quick as possible,
They'll come to you as quick as possible.
Basically, yeah. So the quicker we can cross the 100 threshold, the quicker we can get them to you. So diggersfactory.com, look for Cheap Show, or on our socials or on our website, look for the link for you to buy it. The album, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, is £22. That's as cheap as I could get it without
That's
it
very.
being
I have to
daft.
say, Paul, in terms of new vinyl, that's very good.
And you're getting brand new stuff, old stuff. You're getting a lovely album.
It's a lovely looking package.
I can't wait to get my hands on mine, and I'm
We're
sure
going to
you
get test
can't.
copies, right?
Yeah.
So-
And also, if you bring them to the live show, we'll sign it. And
I'll
if I
sign
end
the
up,
shit out of it.
And if I end up buying a few, I might sell a few at the live show. We'll see how it goes. Well, all depends on if the numbers go.
Okay.
All right. What else? That's it, really. Oh, wait. I should mention this. Cheap Show's turning 10. The award-winning Cheap Show, right?
Oh,
The
you know what I
award-winning
didn't say
Cheap
last...
Show. What?
The award, we won the award, but it really is... The nature of the award, it was the listeners,
You
wasn't
did
it?
say this last week,
Did I?
and I still think without us as an existence, we couldn't win an award for us. So therefore, we are great. The Cheap Show, the award-winning Cheap Show. I have forgotten the point now because you always fucking do this.
Oh,
and
come
interrupt
on.
me.
Oh,
What
come
was it?
on.
It was. Oh yeah, we're turning 10,
10?
and that date is the 13th of June of 2025 this year.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How did you calculate that? Was that
The first episode went out
that was titled Cheap Show?
on the 13th of June 2015. And we should do it
different
fortnightly
world.
then, or monthly for a bit, then fortnightly. So that's why there are longer gaps in that first 15 year. Anyway, the point is that we're going to do a live stream on YouTube, probably about 8 p.m. UK time.
On the
and
13th?
It's an anything goes live stream. We're barely going to plan it.
The 13th, did you say?
13th, Friday the 13th of June.
Is it Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th of
Aha.
June. On YouTube, 8 p.m. UK. Join us. We're going to have a big blowout. We're going to get some friends to come along. We're just going to have a laugh. Really, no big plots or gimmicks. Just come and hang out with us and celebrate Cheap Show turning 10.
That's great. And also, if they wanted to support the show, Paul, is there an option to do that?
Yeah, look, we are very thankful to our patrons for supporting Cheap Show. And it's a big reason why we won the award as well, frankly. So, if you would like to join that number and get access to behind-the-scenes videos, early access to cheap shots, extra podcasts, extra videos,
Night bussing.
the magazine every now and then. And
Night
yes,
bussing.
stop going on about it like it's the only thing we do. We also do a semi-irregular podcast called Night Bussing, where we go on a night bus and go on a real-time journey. The recent route was...
The N98 from Erith to Trafalgar Square.
And it is our longest episode to date.
89.
It's our longest episode
It's
to
the
date.
89, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah, could have waited for me to tell the information before you could correct it yourself, but that's fine.
The
Just do what you
N89.
do. Anyway, look, we have
Could
to
you stop
go.
having a go at me now,
We
please?
have to go because
Could you-
Eli has just let me down consistently this week. And I've reached my
I've said
fill
I
of
was
it.
sorry.
I've reached my fill of it. I'm sorry. This can't go on. We shall have to have words after this recording session is over, and you shall have to be very contrite to me.
Well, at least I didn't smoke a huge bowl of cannabis and dissemble.
Who, me?
No, me. Fucking hell.
Judging me? How dare you?
I was saying me.
You're gonna
I was saying
I want you to
me.
apologise for this next
Oh,
week.
God,
and,
shut
and on the
up.
cycle begins. The tour of apology. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Where do I go from here?